The 11th Amendment is the first constitutional amendment to actually correct an issue with the Constitution. The first 10 amendments, which we refer to as the Bill of Rights, clarifies the rights of the people that the federal government cannot infringe upon. The 11th Amendment, then, is the Fix Amendment. It's the first one to actually try to address a problem with how the Constitution worked. In a nutshell, the 11th Amendment prevents citizens of one state from bringing lawsuits against states where they are not citizens. In other words, as a citizen of Tennessee, I cannot sue Kentucky for a law in that state which has no bearing on me. The amendment was ratified in 1795 and created as a way to overrule a Supreme Court case, specifically Chisholm v. Georgia, 1793. Here, the court ruled that a state could not be a defendant in a lawsuit brought by a citizen of another state. In Article 3, Section 2, the Constitution clearly states, "The judicial power shall extend to all cases in law and equity arising under this Constitution between a state and citizens of another state." The 11th Amendment limited this range. After ratification, the Supreme Court later ruled that the language applies to all federal lawsuits against states brought by private individuals. In short, according to the court, a private individual may not sue their own state in federal court. Congress may make exceptions in certain circumstances. Why limit lawsuits in this way? Well, many people at the time had assumed that states were immune from lawsuits by private citizens in federal court. After all, if states did not have this sovereign immunity, they could be sued for virtually anything, and their ability to do anything would be undermined. The 11th Amendment, therefore, reestablished this immunity by limiting the circumstances under which lawsuits could be brought against a state. How then does an individual bring a lawsuit against a law that they don't agree with in their state? They sue the officer of the state government responsible for executing the law, which is permissible.